then it was August 21st, 2014. I just put my kids to bed. It was 10:30 at night. I went out onto my deck. I had been studying extraterrestrial since I was 19. I started at that point reading a lot of Bud Hopkins books. And then when the internet finally kicked in, I was binge watching videos on Richard Hoagland talking about the anomalies on Mars and on the moon. And I really felt very strongly, even in the year 2000, I felt like my purpose on life was to raise consciousness of the extraterrestrial presence. I
Uh-huh.
felt I went into my backyard and I just looked up in the stars and I just was talking to whoever ETs were up there saying, I'm here to help. I want to help. I feel like this is my purpose. Little did I know that that was actually, I was awakening into my realizing I didn't know what a starseed was, but that was my starseed awakening really at that point. But I would have to wait 14 years for things to happen, for my activation to take place. So then it takes us to the year 2014, August 21st, and I go out into my backyard. Within 5 to 7 seconds after stepping onto my deck, there appears from the left-hand side, my neighbors, they have a tree, and then right coming from behind this tree was this object about 100 yards away. And it came out from behind the tree, and it was glowing red like coals. And at first, I thought maybe it was a meteor that was coming into the Earth's atmosphere because it had this mist that was coming off the top of it and along the bottom of it, like smoke or mist. I didn't know what was. I didn't know what I was looking at. And then I realized this isn't a meteor. This is like flying over the subdivision. What the heck is this thing? And it was going across my backyard just like the speed of a helicopter, just like this, going like this, with this mist coming off the top of it and along the bottom of it. It was a disc. It was a perfect disc, a flying saucer, basically. And I was staring at it, and I didn't know what I didn't know what I was looking at. I had never seen a UFO before in my life. I've seen lots on TV and lots in YouTube videos, but I'd never seen anything like this. It defied laws of physics, because the other thing about it was that it was two-dimensional. So it had height and width, but it had no depth. It looked like a piece of paper, flat. There was like no depth to it at all. And that's what was freaking me out. It's like, what the heck am I looking at? But it was orangish red. It had like this, different parts would glow like coals, another part would, go like this. And then as it moved across my backyard, then it turned south towards Binbrook. And then as it was moving away, then all of a sudden it had no light source whatsoever. And the object was it was black, but it was more oblong. It looked like a football, kind of like a football from the back. And it was kind of making this swirling vortex was kind of forming in the front of it. It would be about 6 months later that I would realize that what I was looking at was a plasma stream.